Children of God, how are you today? Happy New Year!
Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, God bless you. I wish you a prosperous year in Jesus' name. Amen. So today I'm going to talk as a child of God, as a citizen of heaven, and not just as a citizen of the Republic of Gabon, but also as a citizen of Africa, as we are all. Okay? And how long we are going to see our countries in Africa suffering? How long? Until Donald Trump said he's going to send a missile to attack the terrorists like he did. Thank God for Donald Trump. Because our Christian in Nigeria was persecuted. But God has anointed Donald Trump to rescue them. So we have to thank God for him and what he has done. But how about us as Africans? To contribute to make the change. So today I would like to show you something, and I'm very thankful that there is a lot of babies and young boys and young girls, This is very sensitive, so I'm going to ask the children to don't look at the pictures, okay? And I'm going to also ask the parents to be aware of what I'm going to talk to you about today. So this is something that is affecting mostly, some part of Africa, but mainly in my country, Gabon. And we need help because the government has failing to protect his citizens, like we can see in many places in Africa. We have resources, we have wealth, manganese, uranium, gold, diamond, oil, timbers, but it doesn't contribute to the development of our countries, to the security of our children and families, and this is a big problem. That's why you, as a child of God, you are the salt of the earth. You are the light of the world, and you need to be involved in government and public affairs, public life. And if you already have the ambition to do it, I encourage you to go forward because the government, your countries, even here needs Christians to make the change. Because why this government are failing is because they don't have light. They don't have Jesus. They don't understand the importance of making actions because people are dying. Like I said, this is a very graphic picture, so I'm asking children, as we're going to see it, to make you aware of the situation. All right, so we call it crime rituel en français, ritualistic crime. Have you heard about that? Okay, so since the coup we had in 2023, we thought everything will be fine. We don't have any more crime rituel because we have a new government and president, but we were wrong. And especially that the way it was proceeded, the transition, spiritually speaking, it wasn't the right thing. So we believe in the spiritual realm, the darkness still in Gabon. So that's why Christians need to pray for Gabon, and I will appreciate if you can pray for my country, Gabon, but also for your country, because darkness is around the world. And as you as the agent of life, ambassador of Christ, we need to pray for your own countries, because this is really what is happening. So we have young children being killed for the reason that the ritual that they are doing is to get power. So they are targeting mostly children like age 13, 12. So this one is just happening like about a few months ago. His name was Cameron. And you have to be careful that who you leave your children to. Because in Africa, you can't even trust your neighbor. And I've seen it in some part of West Africa where it was happening even in the house, where the lady was even cooking for the roommate, and the roommate killed the little boy, her boy. So we cannot trust nobody, unfortunately. And you also have old ladies now being killed also for the same reason. As you can see, this little girl, for the same reason, so they can get power and maintain their power in the government, because this is mostly people in the government. So as I'm talking to you, parents, and little boys and girls, be careful. When you go to school and come back home, you have to be brave and courageous. When somebody is trying to talk to you, okay, a stranger, be aware that it may be someone that wanted kidnap you and kill you. You really have to be aware of it and learn as much as possible, or let an adult know about it. So this is now children have been searching. We have never found again. This little girl, this is also happening most recently. Ronaldi, a couple of years ago, we never found him. He was one of the luckiest boys. You see this? He jumped out of the car, that's why he got hurt, to save his life. Same thing for this little girl. But how many was lucky like that? We don't know. But I thank God for their life. So today we are fighting, women are crying, mothers, seeking for help to the government, but they are hopeless. That's why I'm calling President Donald Trump and his administration to take a look in Gabon about crime rituals, about ritualistic crime, because the government has failed to help to secure, the safety of his own people. And I'm calling you, agents of light, to pray for our continent and to really be involved in politics, because only child of God, people with light, can make the change with love, and especially in justice, brings severe sanction. Even I'm thinking about bringing back or establishing, death penalty to eradicate, this situation, because we cannot keep continuously, having our people being killed, in Gabon or any part of Africa. This is a serious problem, and we have to take a look at that. So be careful, God wants you to live and not die, but you also have to be aware that the devil is trying to kill, steal, and destroy the people of God. So thank you so much for listening, and let's be the agents of light for Africa, so we can make Africa great again. Thank you.